Tom Yorton, are we supposed to take your book, Yes and, seriously? I mean, what do improv comedians have to teach corporate America?
Yeah, you should take it seriously, and we found that the same skills that our actors need to be successful on stage have a lot to do with success in the business world. On the surface, that might sound counterintuitive, but it's really true. You think about you have to be able to listen, you have to be able to read a room, you have to be able to present, you have to be able to create something out of nothing, which is what improv is all about. You have to be able to work well in an ensemble or a team. You have to be able to deal with failure. All of those things are kind of hardwired in our people, and we brought those skills into the business world.
And so not only do you have Second City as a theater troupe, you teach corporate America every single day, right?
Absolutely.
You hold seminars.
Absolutely. Seminars, training sessions, workshops. We create training content and video content for people. We're now doing about 400 engagements a year, half of that with Fortune 1000 companies. So yeah, we're really busy. And
one case study you give in the book is with Clorox, where you co-created content, which is an element of improv. Why don't you talk about that one?
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of interesting. We love the way that the world has come to us in this sense. We've been doing interactive comedy for 55 years, and we've been doing short-form funny content for 50 years. That's what a Second City show is. Well, that's all the rage now in marketing, creating short-form funny content and interacting. That's what the web was built for. And in the case of the folks at Clorox, they were really repositioning their brand to get away from some of the things like the white flapping sheets in the breeze kind of a thing that they would have, and they wanted to be more realistic and reach men who are increasingly doing more around the house in terms of cleanup and whatnot. So we worked with Second City alumnus Rachel Dratch, and we created with them something that we called the Ick Awards, which kind of celebrated the messes of day in and day out life. And we took suggestions. We had a kind of a Twitter takeover where we took suggestions from a live audience in real time over Twitter, and just like in an improv show at a stage, we took that and we created content, streamed it back over the web, and had a heck of a good time.
Truly cool. And in the book, you also talk about following the follower as one of your rules and not being afraid to fail. Yeah. Now, these are things you don't normally hear in business schools in America.
Absolutely. It's interesting. Business is about failure is not an option, and we can't allow that. But the truth is, things fail all the time. And we think that there's a greater danger in dismissing it, whitewashing it, sweeping it under the rug. Because what happens, people get cynical and jaded. They know that the product launch tanked. They know that the merger didn't work so well. They know that they're struggling with the new policy. And when you don't talk about those things, those little failures day in and day out, you lose credibility with people. What we try to do is we give voice to those things, kind of hold a mirror up to the organization so they can say, yeah, look, every business has its troubles, difficulties, adversity. We're going to get over it. And it creates a more honest dialogue with the people who work in the company. The idea of leadership and following the follower is also really interesting because we all know follow the leader. Well, in improv, you don't necessarily know who's going to lead. You have 6 actors on stage with no script to drive the action. You don't know who's going to initiate. All we know is that whoever does initiate, we need to support that person. That is an interesting parallel to what's going on in business now, where the traditional top-down hierarchical model of leadership and organizations giving way to more of a structure of more of a nimble, adaptive structure where teams are created and disbanded all the time. And you don't know, I might be a support person on one, I'm a CEO of a company, but I might be the guy driving the action, I might be the guy who's there for reinforcement and support, I might be the guy there who is just there to encourage. So the idea there is no matter what your role is, even if it's in a support role, follow the action that's there and build from it.
And then finally, what about our leader here at the street? How do you think Jim Cramer would do at Second City?
That guy rocks. I mean, seriously, and when you think about what he's able, the energy he brings and the show that he has, he's marvelous. I can't believe what he's able to do, and that is truly an act of improvisation, that show, and we tip our cap.
All right, thanks a lot for coming on.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching The Street.